Hi, Soul Fam. How's it been feeling the whole you? How you feeling? A sister of mine just sent me this song. You can trust me completely. I'm just asking for you to be yourself. Oh, it makes me want to cry. That's when you know it's going to be good. My throat's activating. Oh my gosh, it's like the pool that I was talking about last time where I'm like, okay, we're recording. It's fine, but I really want to just start crying. Tears of joy. Just joy that I'm here, that I'm in love, that I'm connecting with amazing other people that are in love. You can be yourself. Please be yourself. I love you so much. And my sister and I were just talking about inspiration and gratitude and claiming it and stepping into it. And today we have a message of hope. I feel that on my heart. There's so much that wants to come through. So I'm also just waiting for that stillness. It's like my thoughts are a race, like the beginning of a racehorse, and all of them want to come out at once. They're like, yes, it's our time. So I thought maybe I would start with cards today. One just flew right out. You saw that, right? Hey, Google, pause. Okay, I'm ready for that stillness. Fell on the floor. Oh my goodness. I feel desired. Look at that mermaid. Watery. Oh my gosh. In your feels. There's that water again. And this deck is a fairy deck. Like, okay. So I was like, wait a second. How is there a mermaid out? Because another deck we'll use is Oracle of the Mermaids. One of my favorite decks ever. And, oh, I love this. With the fish and the trail of fish behind her. It reminds me of the movie Ponyo, if you've ever seen that. Oh, it's so good. You are going to do big, exciting things. My dreams have been wild all of a sudden. I'm like, who are these witches manifesting these messages? They're huge. Huge. And when I leaned into this expansiveness that we're experiencing, I felt fear. But it was related to family, which was very interesting. Like, what you're doing, this new space that you're claiming, might seem scary or dangerous to your family or to the people that know you the most, but it really doesn't feel like friendships necessarily. It truly feels like family, which take that, as you will, because my sisters are honorary sisters and I consider them my family. So, it's because you're not supposed to stay trapped in the box that they built for you. That's why it's family. That's where all of our conditioned beliefs come. We see the world through our familial lens growing up, our guardian lens. Whoever we're around, whoever is shaping the world with us, our environments, our experiences, it's all part of our lens. And so you need the space to expand. Like I saw, if any of you have dogs and they get the zoomies, we have a golden retriever and he just randomly, he'll just get the zoomies and we're kind of like, okay, this is exciting. And we live in a cape and we're just want to make sure nothing gets knocked over. So he has the space. And this dream that I had, it was a polar bear, a huge polar bear, the same color as our golden retriever. And he got the zoomies and he had that personality and he was just like, and that's where I felt like my closest family members were like, oh my gosh. And then the message was like, fly, baby, fly, let him out, let him roam. Like, we need a bigger house. You don't need to get rid of the polar bear. We're not getting rid of him. He's staying. He's part of the family now. He's part of us now. So we need to create more space so that we can accommodate all. Oh, you are an angel. Your wings know how to carry you. They know what they're doing. So just like let your heart give consent, fall back, and allow your wings to fly. Yeah. Oh, wow. I am chosen. Right after we were talking about chosen ones in the last video. You are choosing. That's what it is. You are choosing. I love that. You know, family can actually make us feel the smallest because they're just trying to keep us safe, really. They're like, okay, this is my child. I'm the guardian. I got to make sure that you're safe and you're always getting what you need. And it's never, I shouldn't say never, because evil does exist. Most of the time, they're not trying to harm us. They're trying to do quite the opposite. And so it feels like they're not necessarily supporting our zoomies, our expansion, our whoosh into the whole unfurling back to love in that the last video, because we're really learning like what that love is and what that looks like for us. So there's going to be, I don't even want to say missteps, but you're going to take some paths, like open some doors and be like, what's in here? What's in this closet? What's over there? You're just exploring. You have new terrain to look at. And so someone might be like, why is she going in that old closet? Like, there's nothing in there. But little do they know, I'm seeing an old record, and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't listened to this record since XYZ. And you put it on the turntable. Why? And you're just bopping around and dancing. Like that doo-wop vibe. You're just like feeling it. You're getting chills. You're in the zone. And that's all it is. You're just exploring and doing what feels good and living that wholesome life. Wow. You are choosing. Okay, here it is. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're choosing your desires. Finally, thank you. You're choosing your desires. How good does that feel for a second? Just be with that for a second. To not say I have to, because you don't have to do anything. But to say I get to, I choose to, I want to. And not even just to reframe that, but genuinely believing it. Like, I get to do this. This life. Like, hell yeah. Anything in my past that felt misaligned, nothing's misaligned. It's just may not be aligned with where we're choosing, and that's our own decision and discernment. I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. One last card. Oh, open. Look at her. Reading, exploring. She's just like around all this newness. I'm actually seeing the movie Dory, Finding Dory, because there's all these like tall seaweed. I want to say seaweed grass, but seaweed, is it grass? Anywho, seaweed. When she comes out of the aquarium, and there's this path of seashells, and she's looking for her parents, and her parents, you know, she has short-term memory loss, but she knows the feeling of love. She knows the feeling of her parents, and she sees a purple shell, and she's like, my mom loves purple shells. And, you know, it's kind of like dusted and like algae and stuff, and she dusts it off, and then she's like, another shell. And so she goes to the other shell, and she's like, oh, another purple shell. And she's just so beautifully, oh, wow, I love this. Thank you, Spirit. She's just going with the flow of each moment. She's not holding on to the past because she can't. She's holding on to the love and letting that be her guiding light. And she ends up finding her parents. I hope I didn't ruin the ending of the movie for you, but it's amazing. It's amazing. And, you know, it's bringing me to this message of sometimes I have a a gripe with these movies because I'm like, why does everything have to be so traumatizing? I'm like, let me fast forward through the first 20 minutes while the parent dies. There's always like a parent dying and it's the kid's fault, and like, or the parent's scared and not letting the kid live. I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's so much trauma in these movies. And I understand that our childhood has heavy trauma moments, and I feel like we don't have to choose our trauma anymore, though. We don't have to choose it. We can choose love. We can go, wow, thank you for everything that I have been through, God, because it makes me this unique snowflake of a being. And now that I can see my codes and see what that's done for me and make meaning out of it, because it's brought me that uniqueness, I can now use that uniqueness to expand the voice of my desires. And the voice of our desires are so important. Your voice, like a suppressed voice, is a suppressed metabolism. I learned that in my course and I was like, whoa. It makes sense where there's like this major depression of energy when we're not saying the things that we need to say or being who we need to be, and we're wearing a mask out of fear or people pleasing. And a friend said to me, a new dear sister, she was like, when we don't say what we truly feel, it only eats at us, right? It only makes us feel unhealthy because the other person doesn't know what we're feeling. They may be confused, but they don't know what we're feeling. And you are light. You are light. Again, when you speak from your heart, it's love. Period. Period. You don't have to over-explain it. You don't have to over-explain yourself to others. That was the Find Your Light Oracle deck. I'll post the decks below. Sometimes it takes me like 48 hours, but I promise I get them in there. We're overcoming people-pleasing in this message, I feel. Yeah, one card, and then there's a message developing that wants to come out. So just let me give it some space for a minute. I really feel all over the place today, but like also this message wanted to come out so bad. I actually understand why readers put like urgent message. That was like frustrating me because I'm like, I feel like I have to read it right now. But again, trusting our own emotions, it was only frustrating me because I didn't truly understand it. And now I'm starting to learn by creating my own content. When there's something that needs to come out, if I force it when it's not ready, I'm just like, I'm not even doing this. I'm like afraid that I'll forget things, or I'm afraid that the message won't come out clear. It's all out of fear. So I'm forcing it to happen sooner than it's ready to. But it feels like taking a creative poop when you're like, okay, the urge is there. I have to go. I have to do this. The video has to be today. I don't know why today, but it's today. And as I'm looking outside, there's just like beautiful, fluffy, white snow flurries. And I'm like, thank you. I get to look at this and bring in that free, like little floating snowflakes. Oh my God, we were just talking about snowflakes. Of course we were. I love this. So many confirmations. Oh man, sensuality. 1333 as I look up. Okay, there's a big message about sensuality, not the one that I thought was going to want to come out. Okay, I'm hearing the song, but the loving ain't the same, and you keep on playing games like you know I'm here to stay. I gotta shake you off. I can't sing Mariah Carey, but I'm pretty sure it's Mariah Carey. She's got a high octave. Okay, I wrote about this. Where did I write about this sensuality? Okay, I'm kind of going back to that heartbreak we talked about in the last video. That experience that melted us down. And our sensuality kind of got tied up in this. There's shame tied up in this. I'm feeling shame. It like, okay, something shut down during this experience, or there was an experience that kind of like shut down your sense of freedom and trust for yourself. And then, Spirit wants me to share the dream. Okay, I trust you. There was an experience when I was in 5th grade. I just got to a new school. We don't need that part. Okay, so I just got to a new school and I have a girlfriend, and 2 boys that were all in the same class. And I grew up in like a cul-de-sac neighborhood, like really cookie cutter. Everybody knew everybody. There was like the school behind and the playground and all the things. So our girlfriend's dad dropped us off at my house. This was in the summer. I was hanging out with her. And I had like balls and scooters, and we were like, let's get some things from the garage and then we will ride to the playground. And so her dad was like, okay, cool, I'll meet you at the playground. So we're in my garage and my grandma comes over to, I don't know if she was letting out the dog or something. She was like very involved. And she was like, why do you have 2 boys in the garage? And I was like, what? Like the energy got so weird. Cut to, we don't need all the details, but my mom left work, which was heinous. I don't even know that word, but that's the word that wants to come out. Crazy. Like she didn't even get Christmas Eve off. So the fact that she was coming home from work meant I was in big trouble. And I was just so confused because I'm in 5th grade. I'm definitely not bleeding yet as a woman. I'm not having thoughts about boys like that. Like we were all just friends wanting to like get the balls, get the scooters, go play at the playground. And I thought like, cool, this is my opportunity to like be the new girl who can like offer something fun. I don't know. So they all left and went to the playground and I had to stay back. And I just remember that so clearly because I was confused and heartbroken. That's what I wrote down. I had to stay home. Everyone got to keep playing. Boo-hoo me. That's not what I'm going for with this. But it was like that sense of freedom, of trust for self. Like, okay, we're going to get our scooters and our balls and we're going to go play. Was like I was doing something like sensually or sexually wrong. Like I wasn't allowed to play with boys. And it made me like I just looked at boys differently. I looked at interactions differently. Like, I don't know what lecture I got, but like, do like boys have intentions? Because like that's not what I was picking up on. Spirit, help me. Where is this message going? We're taking an oracle of the mermaid. The magic, caution, secrecy, wary. Yes, it did feel... Yes, okay, it felt like everyone knew something that I didn't know. And I felt like surprised, blinded, shocked, embarrassed, naive. Like, oh my gosh, what was I missing? Yeah, and I didn't trust myself moving forward to like know what was okay and what wasn't. Okay, so help me bring that into this song, Spirit. The lovin' ain't the same. Sensuality, sensuality, sensuality. It brought confusion, a shyness. A shyness. Like you might be in crowds of people and I'm seeing, but like you feel really uncomfortable. Like, but that wasn't you as a child. Like maybe as a child you would just go up to people and say hi and like you were this social butterfly. And then you kind of felt like a small fish in a big pond. Like new experience, new people. I'm almost feeling like high school era, like adolescence. high school era. Okay, now I'm being drawn to talk about, okay. Hold on. I'm feeling confused. Let me grab another card. Yeah, I'm totally feeling confused. Thanks for like bearing with me. I feel like I haven't said anything in like 5 minutes. Freedom. Freedom. Okay, let's bring us back into a message of freedom. Okay? Yeah, let me go back to this dream. Let me trust that I'm where I'm supposed to be. My embarrassment came through and I'm like, why am I talking about this? Like, it was 5th grade. And I think we do that. Like, okay, it was just a childhood experience, like no big deal. And it really genuinely lives inside of us and can take up so much space simply because it hasn't been like seen and witnessed. And that's how simple this is sometimes. Sometimes we just have to go, oh, that's where that like glitch happened. That's where that distortion happened. No big deal. That's no big deal. I can move forward and I can shift my perspective of that experience because now I am an adult. Now I understand, oh, like I was genuinely innocent. And my parents and my family projected this, fear into me. Yep. Okay, that's where that came. Our little experiences like that, big fear, big fear. Okay, so, okay, now it's, okay, the loving ain't the same, but you keep, okay, like, you know, I'm here to stay. So we kind of like clung to people that felt safe. Maybe people that were in a fear vibration because you were like all looking out for the same things, like you were all hypervigilant and it was something to talk about. Let's keep my eyes closed for this one. And it brought in also people that triggered toxic chemicals in your body. Like we have tonic chemicals that get released by love, and then the more toxic chemicals that get released through stress, big T's, little t's of trauma. And you started like prefacing for people in your life, like I'm feeling this partner, or friend, and they had an energy that was maybe distasteful to others. And so before people would meet them, you're like, oh my God, this person might make you feel weird, but they're awesome. Like they just had like a stutter when they were a child, or I don't even know. Like there's this almost like trying to make people feel bad for them so that they could just be accepted, but it wasn't necessarily to keep that person safe. It was to keep you safe because this person was keeping you safe or doing something for you. So it would be too much truth for you to see, and then you would feel more alone. That's really interesting. And like we're moving away from all of those relationship dynamics that were built off of fear. You don't have to preface for any of your damn friends. You're going to be like, yeah, that's my man, that's my woman, that's my bestie. Yeah, they're coming this way. And I'm not even going to tell you who they are. I'm just going to let their magic enthrall you, enchant you, because I don't need to say a thing. I trust who they are. I trust their love. I don't even need to show them off because their energy is going to do that for them. Like that is the energy you're moving into, or you've moved into. You are in that energy. Yes, I really want to stay present focused, because if we think abundance is tomorrow, and I'm hearing Annie, it's only a day away. It'll always be a day away. If our abundance is tomorrow, if the money's coming then, if this happens, then I'll receive. Like, no, you can receive right now. We're receiving together. So much love. Oh, I love this so much. Yeah, people only have as much power as you give them, babes. They only have as much power as you give them. And you feel like someone with a lot of power and influence. And when I sat down and I was journaling about this message, I wrote, "This will be how to claim your voice and claim your fame and take up space in this world without sadness, restriction, and lack of freedom, but not just for you, for the people that you influence, for the people that you carry with love. You're going to infuse you, who you are, the essence of you, into your body, into the space around you, onto your social media platforms, onto your, like if you have like a show or I'm just seeing like a lot of people watching you, like a production, maybe even the news. But there's this joy and sovereignty and courage and loving compassion that lives within you that like emits from your energy. It's ready to be shared. It's ready to be heard. The world needs your authenticity. Even more now with like AI on the rise and there's polarity to everything in the human experience. So we can focus on all the things that we don't like about AI, and then we can focus on all the beautiful things about AI, because there's both. And I think this era of AI being used in certain ways, maybe for arts, can be beneficial, and it's an opportunity for people who are really embracing their own authenticity, which we're always embracing our authenticity. I don't really like that. Help me shift. Our desires, our desires on our heart. Yes. Yes, because there might be things that we want, like we want X amount of money in our bank account. We want this many clients. We want, and we're doing like rigid routines to call those things in. And we can do that. That's okay too. And there's another part of desire that I feel like is deeper, that I feel like sometimes we're blind to. Because do you ever have that experience where you're like, oh my God, my God, truly, thank you. Thank you for removing that job. Thank you for removing that place. Thank you for removing that partner, that friend, that thing that I was participating in and showing me my desire. Thank you. Because I didn't know that it was there until I tried something new. And that's where newness is huge. I love newness. It gives us new ideas, and new ideas expand who we are, because new ideas bring about new desires. And so when we're just witnessing something new, it brings new perspective. And then when you see what that new perspective does to the within and so without all of your realities, it's like, whoa, you begin to witness that you are a sovereign creator, and you start to witness the creations shifting around you like a kaleidoscope. And you're like, I'm on the voyage of becoming. I'm on a journey of the soul, a pilgrimage of the soul. I'm crossing deep waters that are my feelings. Because I'm a sensual person. And maybe this sensuality, which we're going to pull more cards on this. Yeah. I feel like your God self is like very transparent, honest, authentic, genuine, present. And you are going to demand that from the people in your life. Not in a way of like, you better be like this. No, it's like people treat you how you treat you. So they kind of don't have a choice but to be honest and authentic and present. Because not that you would like be mean to someone over that. It's more like your presence goes where presence is given. That like reciprocity of love that we were talking about. And you know, now I'm going back to look at this little drawing, okay? I gotta show you this. So do you see this box? This is like more of personal freedom. I'll get into this, but there's little people in the box, and then there's one person that's making themselves really big, but it means taking up all space for these other people. And then there's this box where the people are bigger. See, I drew, it goes from a little box to a big box, and everyone has more space, kind of like the polar bear dream. So cool how they're like meshing together. So there's this, I deserve in this world, on this earth, and in every lifetime to feel seen and heard. And so does everyone else. So there's like that little box, confirmation burp, this is about to get exciting, where we don't need to quiet or ignore the voice and being of our brothers and sisters in order to claim our own. And this is what we were talking about in the last message with like the judgment and everyone truly having free will. And if they are choosing something, it is not up to us to say you shouldn't be doing that. I can actually see how that's affecting this whole thing. No, you can't. You cannot. You can only see how if you made that choice, it would affect your energy. And yes, we can observe, like, I think density of energies within someone else so that we go to like, oh, this is better and that's worse. But really, everyone has dense seasons with their energy. Again, like the flower that blooms, like we do go within ourselves and we do quiet and our energy takes a rest and it means we're thriving. We've been thriving. And the soul is like, okay, let's learn. What did we love? What did we not love? What are we going to do moving forward? Anything we want to leave behind? Anything we want to take with us? We're constantly emerging. So going back to, we don't need to make other people feel small in order to feel big. That's that cognitive dissonance where like you're not giving yourself permission to just do the damn thing. So we need everyone around us. We love to give us permission to do the damn thing, but they just aren't able to. We know this. We know this about our family and our loved ones. And so the expectation, it might feel like that disappointment, but that's where, when we move into that space of love, of like, oh, that joy, that sovereignty, like I'm claiming my voice and I don't need validation. Because when I claim my voice with a loving heart, an embodied heart, hi soul fam, I love you, I create space for everyone to express their own unique voice. Like, I see you, sister. I see you, brother. Way to go with that business. Way to go with getting that new job. You wrote a book? What? You wrote a song? What? You started a YouTube channel? You're looking for love? You just had a baby? You're going for a run now? Oh, you want to travel? Like, I don't even know, just so many things. Like, that is all the people around you choosing their authenticity and choosing their sovereignty. There is enough abundance for all of us to go around. There is enough abundance for all of us. I love Brittany, the Cosmic Wifey. She's always like, affirm it below. Affirm it below. There is enough abundance for all of us. Again, just because someone is doing something amazing, we have to be conscious of that fear that comes up, because jealousy is a beautiful emotion. It's there to go, me next. Yay, I want more. And let me celebrate that I'm feeling jealous. Cool, I'm inspired by someone. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, bringing myself back to that thought. The jealousy isn't there to go, oh my gosh, I need to be frantic and I need to be desperate about figuring out what's my business, what's my thing, what's my song, what's my this. Because they're doing it, and if they do it and I don't do it, then I'm missing out on my opportunity. No. Because God will never leave you alone when you enter new environments and when you make new decisions, when you have new desires. Never. Again, we're not going to leave ourselves stranded on an island with no hope. And this is a message about hope. Yeah? I love you. So we can accept judgment from people that love us because we can kind of understand where it comes from. I'm reading from another dream. Okay, they're all coming together now. But we fear judgment from the people we don't know well or at all. Because it's scary not to know the intentions of someone. When we're around someone our whole lives, we're like, okay, I know where their mind goes, what their judgments are. I can see that they might not receive this energy in the way that I want them to, but that's because there are other people that will get to receive this energy in the way that I want them to. And that's it. The loving ain't the same, and it's not even sex-based, because sex is just one part of our sensuality. It's not sensuality. It's not intimacy as a whole. That's just one way that we express love. So if the loving ain't the same, it's hold on, let me go back to this message. Yes. Okay, these people that we're almost we're expanding the box for. Yeah, we're expanding the box for, or leaving that box if you're no, okay, I don't want anything to do with their box. I'm getting out of it. I'm okay, I love you. You get out of that box. But it's you decided to make moves with these people. A partner, I'm seeing the moves you made were crazy, in a beautiful way. Okay, not anti-committal. I'm a serial monogamous type vibe from My Best Friend's Girl, where you're I'm a lover. I commit to people. I put my loyalty into friendships, into work relationships, into partnerships. And it's when you guys are ready to go, you're let's fucking go. And because you made these big moves, it brought stress. But stress is growth. Again, love stress. Think of going to the gym and building muscles. You're putting your body under stress so that your muscles can grow and become stronger. Too much stress leads to hurt, and then we need physical therapy to nurture ourselves back to strength. So there's that healthy stress, and then there's that trauma response, heartbreak stress of no, I got to keep going. No, I got to keep going. There's not enough to go around. There's too much pain. I got to get out of this. I got to crawl out of this. When we're going, wait a second. Let me return to my breath and my inspiration and my inner child. I just feel her, him. They're here. Our inner children, they carry the enchantment of the world. That that love, that play, that we're all equal. Let's just hang out and play together and love each other. I'm seeing Teletubbies. Millie just started watching that, my daughter, and it's the baby is the sun. And it's just this giggly baby with all these sun rays around it. And that's truly what I'm feeling from this inner child. And your inner child is breaking through that fear of that fear is up for healing, I should say. Yeah, breaking through am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Am I going to find new friends? Are we going to make it? Are we going to be together forever like it feels? Is it okay if we're not? Can we still love each other? Can we move through life? Can we make our spike, maybe that's your dog's name, spark brighter? Will this relationship ascend with me? Will this career ascend with me? And that's where faith comes in, and trust. I have written, trust what's meant to be will be. We can ask ourselves these questions all day long, and it's okay to ask those questions. And again, that undercurrent of faith going, and I know no matter what happens, my Holy Spirit, my God self knows what my desires are. My logic mind might think I want these things. I want this person. I want this place. I need to do this. And your heart's okay, and I know what you want. I know what you desire. I see you. So if you want those experiences, we can do those experiences, we can receive those lessons, and I will still be moving the needle towards your desires. That feels so good. The people that you experienced heartbreak with, it was all with purpose. And so if they were removed from your life, it's trusting, like, okay, they were not it. That wasn't my path. Can I accept that? If I can't, that's information. That's information. Time travel's a thing for a reason. Maybe I need to go to the past and just revisit some things for a minute so that I can figure out where my power's lying. Did I leave my inner child back there somewhere? She's not in the back seat of my car. No. Yeah, God's plan was different than what you wanted because your desire was known and it was stronger. And now you will connect with the people who see your fun self. Oh, yep, that was the next card. Okay, yes, and reflections. This is it. And sanctuary. I have to take all these cards. Okay, and yearning. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So, heavy burdens lifted. That's you've just been freeing yourself. And every time an emotion surfaces, whether we've labeled it good or bad, it's beautiful. And it's allowing us a witnessing of what we desire. And it releases all those heavy burdens. Oh, the whales, the beautiful song, using your voice. And then we have reflections. But I don't see this, yes, what you reflect, anything you reflect upon can actualize. But what I see is, again, the water, your emotions, but the reflection of appreciation and love coming from this newness, these new explorations, whether it be self-exploration or exploration in different relationships with whatever that may be, our emotions, people, places, things. You're witnessing your beauty. You're seeing who you are in your new reality. It's catching up, finally reality, and that yearning for the love. I'm feeling a lot of people, because that's why I'm here. That's why I'm on this platform and I've opened this channel, because I'm I yearn for more love. I have so much to give. I feel like I don't even know how you fit my heart in this little body, because I just want to put everyone in it. And I want to be in everyone else's heart. And just it's the sanctuary. Let's just be in the pool of love. It's our safe space. I'll respect your boundaries. Will you respect mine? With love? Not control and manipulation. Not control disguised as love. I don't need you to change anything about yourself, babes. I just want to be seen. And I want to see you. That's all. So the separation within us, that fragmented soul that was everywhere, it's coming back to you. And now I'm feeling that song, Love Ain't the Same, but you keep on playing games I'm here to stay. I'm gonna shake you off just like a chemical mission. Go somewhere, gotta make my move for somebody who appreciates all the love I give. Yeah, that's it. Make my move for the person that appreciates my love and sees my love, because I am appreciation and love. And that's where you will treat me how I treat me, because I treat me as a temple, a living temple of my soul. So I will feel what my soul feels. I will honor what my soul honors. And will you do it with me? Will you fall in love with me as I'm falling in love with me? Will you call me out on my bullshit? Will you be honest and transparent with me? So that's where it's I want to be honest and transparent. I want to share my emotions, and I'm willing to hear that from my brothers and sisters. And from my family members, because I already know them. I'm not expecting to change a single thing about them, because I love them for who they are and their soul journey. And if I need space from someone, I'm taking that space because I love me and I love them, and I want to understand what this turmoil is, or what this frustration is, or anger, or annoyance. Like, what am I heartbroken about? What's underneath all of this? And I want to figure that out so that I can voice it to that person, so maybe we can both grow. But beside that, I'm growing because I'm practicing how to share myself, and I'm practicing how to identify my needs and bring them to fruition and bring them to physicality so that they can manifest within me, around me, and all that love is. Just let it pour through. And it will pour through me, and it will pour through you, and we'll just be sprinkle, sprinkle, as the Cosmic Wifey says, sprinkle, sprinkle that love all around. No more yearning. No more not trusting that it's already here. It's already manifested. Ah, I love you. We are enlightenment. And I mean everything. The dark peacock, the white peacock, the elephants in the background. Elephants are significant. Tigers. And everything is just so at peace. And look at her, she's got enough hands to hold it all. And she's even pouring gold at her feet to recycle the love for everyone, because she knows herself. She knows her God self. She knows her love and the quality of her love. And again with her, maybe I'm speaking to a lot of women and people who identify as women, and it feels like that feminine energy of just receiving yourself, receiving your damn self, no matter what gender you are. Receiving, 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 trusting that the love that you give out, it comes back tenfold. It comes back tenfold. Yeah! The 7 heavenly virtues. We've already read this together on this channel. That's at the bottom of the deck. Just reminding you, like, you are beautiful. You are so good. Like, okay. Last part of this message, I feel. I'm talking to, like, celebrities here. I'm talking to people who have a celebrity energy, whatever that means for you, in your life, with the people around you, on your social media platforms, in society, whatever. Like, people don't realize how much shit people with influence go through. And I've seen it just from having a lot of loved ones in my life with influence. They are like bullied their whole lives. Everybody thinks they know everything about them. They want to start all these rumors. And then people start to attach their suffering to this person. Like, when this person's, I'm seeing like their life changes and you start to break out of this mold and like find you. I'm seeing in House Bunny, the girl with the back brace, and she just starts running and it's popping off and you're like, whoa, I'm moving, my body is flowing, this is amazing. And people are like, what do you even mean? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God, look at her. Again, the judgment. And they attach their suffering to your life and like expect it to you to be this certain way so that they can feel a certain way. They can receive a certain sensation, a certain glimmer of hope, but they're not living out their own desires. They're living vicariously through yours. So when yours shifts, everything in them shifts. And that's going, okay, you don't need to be anyone's idol. You're influencing just from a state of love. And I really want to pull us to a message of, okay, this is why knowing who you are, claiming it, and owning it is so important. Because you don't have to defend what's already yours when you know what that is. No one can manipulate what you know about your true self. Because it comes with faith and trust. And fear will always be part of the process. Fear is part of expansion. It's attached to that stress. It's just the vibration of stress coming up to be witnessed. That's all. If you're nervous, you're doing it right. So, like, Focus on those who love you and see you and have your back and want you to fly. And it's not that you have to shut out anyone else, but like you just don't have to put your focus there right now. Because it's a season for you to focus on love and that which invigorates you and that which makes you feel amazing. And yeah, if you never leave the comfort of you, like your own space, your own home, that version of you that like all of your followers have seen thus far, like you just become a byproduct of your own bullshit, honestly. And so without that newness, those new experiences, that new movement and expansion for you, I feel like I said without that, but what I meant to say, with all of that expansion, you expand your voice. You raise your voice, like the octaves of wah, like this is me, yeah. Your voice is ready, okay? It's ready to be claimed. It's ready to be used. It's ready to advocate for you. And get this, I loved that I wrote this down. It's ready to advocate for you, and the byproduct of living in your desires and using your voice from a place of heart-centered love equals advocating for others. Baby, your time is now. You're the one who speaks up. You're the one who speaks out. Because you are the lighthouse. You are the lighthouse. You don't even have to try to be the lighthouse. When you live from your heart and you live with love, you just are a lighthouse. Yeah. So when we're overcoming people pleasing, this is that message that it brought me to. The more you expose your expression moving forward, the more open you are to the potential captivity of others' judgments. Okay, this was from a dream where I was at Beyonce's wedding, I know, and there was all these like rabbits in a cage, and they were like allowed to go out, but the cage was like mahogany, and it was like gold platinum fencing for the windows, but like the rabbits still had to go back in the cage. Like, you may get the best meal at the best restaurant, meet the chef, be on the cover of Time magazine, and you don't have to sell your soul to get there, and only do those things if you want to do them. If like you and Bae were like, oh, we actually wanted to go to this place down the street, but like I feel obligated, we should go there because they offered this. And then say another restaurant sees you did that and they're like, well, now we need to bring them into here. And then all of a sudden you're just going to all these places that like you don't even desire because you feel like you should, because you're afraid that people will judge you if you don't. When you have all the right in the world to say, no, thank you so much. I like genuinely love that invitation. And how else can I support you if you feel called to support? Or you can just say no and send your love. Because you say no with love. You don't say no with hate and with a shutdown. That's not who you are. Trust your heart. So don't give your power away to the opinions of others, okay? Everyone has opinions. We were born with them. Someone was like, oh, I don't listen to my ego. And I'm like, okay, well, you probably... Nope. Look, I was about to do it. I said, you probably should. Okay, who cares? You don't listen to your ego? That's a really interesting way to live life. Cool. I like that I can just let that go. But I'm listening to my ego. Here we go. And my ego, I'm just learning a lot about conditioning through my ego and what my true desires are and what I think I want. And my opinions, my egoic opinions, change with the mood and the weather. Like I'm just talking, and something comes out and I'm like, wait, do I even believe that to be true? Or is that someone else living inside of me? And now it came up for healing and we got to do it together. We released that judgment together. Wow. And again, okay, thank you. That was a message. Like you might say stuff that you're like, oh, I don't even believe that anymore. And what a beautiful opportunity instead of us to go, oh, they're going to attack me for this, because people do. They have opinions. They're having a bad day. Me on the road, if I'm having a bad day and someone cuts me off, it's like, what the? And if I'm having a great day, maybe I just did one of these videos and I got to connect with all of your love. I'm like, you go on, boo. They're probably on the way to the hospital, and I'm going to send you an angel too, and I'm going to also sprinkle love your way, because that's just the mood I'm in today. Like, it can change the way the wind blows. That's because we're human. But trusting your soul, like when you really take the time to like sit back, embrace your inspiration, and go, do I really mean that? Is that really true? That is living a courageous life. Being able to own what you say because you know that it's coming from your soul, whatever it sounds like. People, like, you're more likely to express joy when you're in a state of joy, and it's just information of the state that you were in vibrationally in that moment. And that's really all it is. We don't need to make a big old thing about it, because we're human. So that temptation to like please and perform in your personal life because of the influence that you have will be there, okay? But know that this means that when we people please, we're then giving them the power to be involved in our personal life. And you deserve to have a personal life. You deserve to have parts of your life that are private to anybody. Okay? So I love you. I love you so much. We have I'm just going to pull 2 cards. I looked up the rabbits in the cage because I thought it was really interesting. I've been seeing rabbits a lot. And rabbits are fertility, creativity, intuition, trusting your instincts while embracing opportunities. So like as you're expanding and receiving invitations, meeting new people, like trust those instincts. If something doesn't feel right, but you're like, oh, but I should, because like I should. No. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Simple. It's okay, because you are so expanded that there are so many opportunities coming for you that you can't say yes to everything. You can say yes to everything if you want. See? You can. You can. And if you want to focus on love and you want to focus on just like receiving the desires of your heart for now, then you can choose that. That's what you choose. Yeah, you're going to collaborate with some beautiful, loving beings. You know it. And it's like, let me get into that vibration of like, I already know they're out there. I'm just waiting for God to drop them in my path. That's all. Just like I dropped these cards. Yeah, feel. Hey, Hawaii. Feel. Feel. Feel you. Be vulnerable. Share who you are. Sparkle and shine. Look at this. Are you even kidding? Look at the golden goodness pouring from her throat, pouring from her speaking up and out. And then that light, that lighthouse, it's like, whew, it makes everything lighter for everyone. For everyone. When the sun shines brighter, it doesn't just shine brighter for me. It shines brighter for everyone on earth, everyone in the galaxy, everyone in the universe. You are that sun. If you're ever confused, just communicate with Spirit, with your Holy Spirit, with your God self, with your God. Sparkle and shine, baby. Sparkle and shine. You're devoted to love. Are you even kidding? Wow, this is the body, Cosmic Dancer Oracle. Yeah, you're fine-tuning your energy. You're being present in your own energy, your own desires. You're adorning your temple. This is one of my favorite cards because, again, going through this like, oh my God, what does it mean if I have a piercing? What does it mean if I have a tattoo? What does it mean if I want to like just wear beautiful gold chains on my body because it feels good? What are people going to think? Who cares? Adorn your temple. Some temples are going to be minimalist. Some temples are going to have graffiti all over the side of them. Some are going to be adorned in gold. Some are going to have candles all over the outside. Like, it's your temple. And you will attract your people to share the space with by like putting your vibe on the outside. Like, think of marketing. Like, we market from our own vibe. And like, you are the one to be marketing. Your love is so pure. Like, you deserve the money. It's okay to make money. Money is just another extension of God in physical form. And you're so loving. Like, let that love come to you. Because you're a creator. So when you're making money, you're just creating your reality. And the more money you have, the more money you can like shower on the people that you love. Like, I just want to buy someone's groceries in line, or buy my friend a diamond tennis bracelet, and take my girls to the Bahamas, and buy my husband, I feel like we already pulled this card, or maybe I pulled it for myself. Keyboarding lessons, and like a nanny, so that I can have more space and my daughter can get what she needs. Like, just money is beautiful. It gives us space to give more love. There's growth happening for you. Yeah, just like the mushrooms we talked about last time. So the beginning of this message felt very chaotic. There was like I felt like there was just like so much that wanted to come out. It was a storm. All of your storms have led to your growth. You're here to sparkle and shine. I love you so incredibly much. Reclaim your sensuality. Reclaim your freedom. Because you're a liberator. You're an innovator. You're just so magical. The time is now. No more people pleasing. Just owning. And you know what? If you want to people please, it's because the lesson is still there. So don't ever shame yourself for choosing, because the fact that you're choosing is beautiful enough. I love you. Go embody that heart.